What's up everybody, Barrett here again with Spec of Tech. Welcome back to my channel. Today I got something a little bit different for you guys. I'm going to be doing a video on some tips and tricks, I guess, when it comes to purchasing subwoofers. Maybe things to avoid or just things to consider. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and tick the little bell icon so you can be notified when my next video drops. Alright, hopefully you guys are all safe from the virus and all the craziness of the virus. Today I went to Costco just to pick up a few things and there was a fight in the pharmacy. So things are getting pretty hectic out there, so hopefully you guys are all right and nobody's sick. So just make sure you guys aren't worrying about what you can't change. Don't worry about what's out there that's out of your control. Nothing you can do about it. Only worry about the things that are in your control, like how much bass you're getting out of your subwoofers. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about things that you should consider before buying new subwoofers, things that you can consider with the subwoofers that you currently have, and also discussing that maybe you should wait before buying subwoofers. Let's talk about it. So this video isn't to tell you what to buy or that you shouldn't buy or that I know everything and you should listen to me and do exactly as I say. It's more of just a cautionary tale, maybe a little bit of tips and tricks that I've kind of learned along the way that possibly might help you when purchasing subwoofers, or even just in the endeavor of getting to the bass that you want to get to, getting to that goal, that ultimate, that's what I was looking for. You know, when I was shopping for subwoofers, this is what I was looking for. That's the goal of this video, is just to help you guys out, not to tell you what to do. I mean, after all, it's your money. You can spend it on whatever you want. You don't have to listen to me. I'm simply here just to help you. So this video isn't necessarily for those guys that are at their end goal subwoofer or know what their end goal subwoofer is, or for those that, you know, just want to go on that journey. It's not really for those types of people. They already know what they want. This is more just to help those that don't necessarily know what they want or are thinking of buying new subwoofers without really understanding their current subwoofers. Alright, so tip number one would be to decide what you want. Decide what your end goal is. Is your end goal to have tactile response that shakes the screws loose on your seats? Is your end goal to have just the tightest, cleanest bass that you can find? Is your end goal to have 130 dB at 10 hertz? You need to decide what that is. Like, what are you looking for in your bass response? I mean, you can shop for subwoofers without knowing this. It's not really the best plan of attack to not really know what you're looking for and then just keep buying subwoofers. So you need to sit down and think about what it is you want out of your subwoofers, like some of the examples I just gave. You also need to decide, are you going to be using your system and your subwoofers mainly for music? Or are you going to be using it mainly for movies, or a little bit of both? Are you looking for response from your movies that's just going to shake the whole house, or you just want some clean low-end frequencies, nothing too excessive? I mean, everybody has different preferences when it comes to bass. My subwoofers and the way my room is set up isn't necessarily going to be ideal for someone else. They might think it's too much. I like to run my subwoofers hot. I like a lot of bass. I like my chairs to shake with a lot of tactile response, which is why I have a subwoofer right behind my main listening position. Another thing you need to think about is whether or not you want ported subwoofers or sealed subwoofers. What sound signature do you prefer? Are you looking for hard-hitting, extremely powerful mid-bass, or are you looking for extremely powerful ultra-low frequencies? Are you looking for just power across the board, all the way from the low frequencies to the higher frequencies? So as you can see, there's quite a bit of things that you need to think about when talking about subwoofers and looking at buying new subwoofers, or just trying to decide what's best for you and your room and your preferences. So if you don't know, and if you're kind of unsure what you want or what would be best for you, maybe just get on the AVS forums, talk to some guys. There's lots of knowledgeable guys on there. Get on the Facebook groups, talk to the guys on the Facebook groups, and talk to a variety of people that have, you know, say more on the smaller side of the subwoofer scale, say a PB1000 or PB2000, or now PB2000 Pro, and then talk to the guys that have subwoofers like what I have, which is a dual PSA TV 3612s, or the JTR Captivator 4000s. That's more on the extreme side of things. And talk to people and everything in between, and just get their opinion to help you make a decision on what you are looking for. And you can always just talk directly to, say, Tom at PSA. If you just contact PSA, Tom will help you figure out which one of his subwoofers would best suit you. Same thing with Jeff at JTR. They're all glad to help you out. SVS has some great customer service if you talk to them and get some ideas on what of their products would suit you best. Alright guys, so now that you've decided what your end goal is, or you've come to a conclusion of what you're looking for in your bass, tip number 2 that I have for you is Can you get what you are looking for from your bass with your current subwoofers? Have you tried everything with them? Have you have you done the subwoofer crawl? Have you placed the subwoofer in your main listening position and crawled on the floor to see where the bass is the loudest? Have you tried Rue? Rue is a free software that you can download online. Yeah, you do need to purchase a USB mic to go along with Rue, which is about $100. The most popular one is the U-Mic 1 by Mini DSP. But you need to figure out if you're even using your subwoofers to their full potential. Maybe these subwoofers that you have are capable of giving you what you want or close to what you want. So a lot of guys run their gain fairly low. Have you tried turning your gain up a little bit just to see if that gives you what you want? Have you tried playing with placement? If you're looking for more tactile feel, have you tried placing a subwoofer near your couch or behind your main listening position? Have you tried different placements in your room in different corners or opposite corners? Like, this is the type of thing that you need to try out. A lot of it's trial and error to find out what your subwoofers are capable of. Maybe you just have a room that has some bad nulls where your subwoofers are, and if you move them, you might get a better response. And that's where Rue comes in. You can actually measure that and see where your subwoofers are performing well and where they're not performing well. And you can try and change the placement, which is free to do. You can move your subwoofers wherever you want, and you may get a lot more of what you're looking for just by simply moving your subwoofer or turning up the gain a little bit or placing a subwoofer, say, behind your main listening position like I suggested. So those are just some of the things, or some of the most easy things that you can try to get better performance from your subwoofers. There are other things that you can try, and it does get more advanced. You can have Rue working together with a Mini DSP to basically custom tailor your subwoofer response to your liking, but that is a little bit more advanced and a little bit more complicated. If you wanted to take it to that level, by all means, there's lots of material online. Like I said, the AVS forums are great for that, to learn how to do those things. Okay, so now that you've tried everything that you can with your current subwoofers and they're just not giving you the bass response that you're looking for, they're just not going as low as you want them, or they're not as punchy as you want them, or it's not shaking your seat as much as you want, now you've decided, okay, I want to upgrade my subwoofers. So now we're at this point. There's a few things that you need to consider. So this is my advice for those people that are going to be upgrading their subwoofer. So now you know your end goal. You know that your subwoofers aren't providing you your end goal. What subwoofer will give you your end goal? If you don't know that, get on the forums, get on the groups, start talking to people and find out which subwoofers are going to give you the response you want and is going to get you to that end goal. Find out what your end goal subwoofer is. So this recommendation of mine is to not just incrementally upgrade your subwoofers. Let's say, for instance, you have a PB2000 now and you think to yourself, okay, if I get a PB2000 Pro, that's gotta give me what I'm looking for. I mean, it's got more power, it's this, it's that, whatever it might be, right? Like, you can buy larger drivers, more powerful amplifiers, bigger enclosures, ported versus sealed, that sort of thing. But that doesn't mean that just because you're going from a PB1000 to a PB2000 Pro, that you're gonna get what you're looking for. It's not going to get you to your end goal necessarily, unless your end goal fits within the realm of what's capable of a PB2000 Pro. And again, I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. Some people like the journey. Some people like trying a whole bunch of different subwoofers just to see these other subwoofers and what they're capable of, and they just enjoy the journey. I'm one of those people. I enjoy the journey of going from subwoofer to subwoofer and just seeing what each one is capable of. I've gone through quite a few subwoofers. I mean, I started off with the Polk, I believe they're PSW 110s. They're just a 10-inch subwoofer, 50 watts RMS, I believe. Like, and in the beginning, those were like, yeah, these are pretty good. They're, you know, they give me some good solid bass, and for a little while, they did make me happy. I was like, okay, yeah, these are all right. And then, over time, it's like, oh, this bass is pretty weak, and it's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something a little bit more. It's going to shake my couch a little bit more. It's going to give me that deeper tones. So then I believe I tried a Polk PSW 505, I think is what it is, and it was more. It gave me more bass, but I found that it just wasn't able to provide, again, what I was looking for. In a very short order, I had decided that, because I turned it up to certain levels, never past reference volume, but it would actually cut out because it couldn't handle the bass signal that was being sent to it, and I didn't even have the gain maxed out. I believe I had it maybe somewhere about 60 or 70%, and it was already cutting out it just couldn't handle it. So then I moved on and I bought some Precision HT15 subwoofers, Precision Acoustics, which was a brand that Best Buy, I think they were a proprietary brand with Best Buy. And now these 15-inch subwoofers, I believe they were 150 watts, if I remember correctly, RMS. So now I had these big 15-inch drivers, and I'm thinking, okay, now I'm here. Now I got what I want. I'm getting a little bit more shake in my couch. I'm getting some more, low tones, and I was happy for a little while. And then anyway, it progressed from there. I'm not going to sit here and list off all the subwoofers I've had. I've probably had maybe 15 or so different types of subwoofers. But my point being is you got to think about this. You got to realize, hey, wait a second. If I incrementally upgrade, I'm always selling what isn't making me happy anymore, and I'm losing money each time you do that. So if it's not within your budget to enjoy the journey up until your end goal subwoofers, you need to decide what your end goal subwoofers are and be patient and save up to get you to that point. And that brings me to my last tip or trick for subwoofers, is be patient. If you're not one of the types that is just in it for the journey and you want your end goal without having to take all the steps in between, then just be patient. Put your money aside, save up what you can, or do what you need to do. If there's some things that you can sell to get you there faster or whatever, that's a lot of the times that's what I do. I sell my old gear to upgrade to new gear so that I'm not taking as much from my bank account, so to speak, to purchase the new gear or the new subwoofers. So that pretty much sums it up, you guys. So you need to decide what your end goal is. You need to figure out if the subwoofers you have now are able to get you to that end goal or close to that end goal. And if you don't know what to do or how to get more performance from your subwoofers, get in the groups, talk to guys on the forums, and just get the information that you need. There's plenty of Facebook groups out there. So I do have some Facebook groups linked in the description below. So if you're interested in joining some of those groups to ask some questions, by all means, click those links. And once you have all that figured out, you need to just be patient. If you've decided what your end goal subwoofers are, you just need to be patient, put the money aside, and get those end goal subwoofers. So just to give you guys some ideas of what others are looking at as end goal subwoofers, and again, this isn't like a definitive list. It's not like these are the only ones that you can look at, but a lot of guys are looking at subwoofers like the Rhythmic FV25 HPs, or the JTR Captivator 4000 ULF, or subwoofers like mine, like the Power Sound Audio TV 3612s, or subwoofers like the SVS PB16 Ultra. It all depends, again, on what you've decided your end goal is and which subwoofers are going to get you there. Alright guys, I hope this video has been a help to you. If I had gotten some of this advice earlier on my home theater journey, I may have skipped over some of the incremental buys that I did make when it came to subwoofers and speakers for that matter. I mean, this type of logic can be used towards your speakers as well, your amplifiers, basically all the gear. You need to look at it from what do you want and how are you going to get to where you want. Do you want to take those incremental buys in between, or do you just want to jump right to your end goal right off the bat? So I really hope this helped you out. I hope you guys are all staying safe and staying healthy with all the craziness that's going on around us here. So thanks for joining me on this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. It really does help out the channel. I know everybody says that, but it is true. So all you guys out there in YouTube land, you just have to come to terms with it. If you guys are liking the videos, that kind of tells me what you guys are enjoying and what I should maybe focus on a little bit more. So it actually helps you guys get more of the content that you're looking for too. So it's kind of a win-win. But make sure you subscribe, tick the bell icon so you can be notified when my next video drops, which I have a special unboxing for you guys. It's not always about the biggest and the baddest subwoofers. Sometimes it's about the subwoofers that there's quite a few people looking for. Not everyone wants these big bad beasts that we like to talk about and we like to fantasize about. Some people like something a little bit smaller, a little bit more reasonable. So that's what I'm going to be unboxing for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And as always, stay techie.